This was actually the original criminally insane cells here in Adelaide.
When something grabbed him on the arm, bypassed his clothing completely, he could feel the fingers, he could feel the thumb.
And that one.
This is where they've seen figures a lot.
And then we also started to hear footsteps.
Oh, soon. What's soon?
People will see it crossing through the archways of the cell block over there.
He was murdered there.
Murdered.
Keepers, thank you so much for tuning into AmysCrypt. Tonight we're conducting a paranormal investigation inside the very haunted old Adelaide Gaol, and this place has quite the history and quite the haunted reputation. We're actually going to be covering some new ground in this place as well, because we have previously investigated here on AmysCrypt and we came up with some really cool evidence, so we wanted to do a bit more work here and return, but try something new, so stay tuned. The old Adelaide Gaol is said to be one of the most haunted places in South Australia, being operational from 1841 through to 1988. It was a place where the state's most hardened criminals were kept in a maximum security setting, and where many died, whether that be from disease or even execution. Numerous areas of the prison are said to be active with the paranormal, and some of these we have previously investigated on AmysCrypt with very interesting results. But tonight, we venture into a part of the jail we have yet to explore on my channel to attempt to make contact with prisoners of the jail's past. Alright guys, I'm so excited to be back here. I always love visiting the old Adelaide Gaol. Now, this is a totally new area of the jail for me to investigate, and for you guys as well, because you haven't seen this on my channel before. So I've got a bit of ground to cover, but we have a really old cell block here. This was actually the original criminally insane cells here in Adelaide. We also have the Induction Centre, and I tell you what, I get weird vibes from there, because maybe it's just like this hang up that I have with bathrooms being so creepy, but that's where like the shower block is and everything. It's really creepy. Now, we do have a very special guest. We are going to go over in this other building to talk to Alison from Adelaide's Haunted Horizons, who I love, one of my best friends, so let's go see her. Alright, Crypt Keepers, we finally have Alison back on AmysCrypt. Welcome back.
It's good to be back.
Can you tell us where we're standing?
Yeah, we're actually standing in the Induction Centre. So what would have happened is you would have been brought here when you first came into the jail. You would have had your shower to make sure that you were nice and clean. You would have been deloused because a lot of people came off the parklands covered in body lice. And you would have given your uniform and off you would have gone out into the jail.
And just outside this door is another really old building, like an old cell block. Can you tell me what that is a little bit?
Yeah, well, that old cell block, I mean, it changed its uses over years, but it originally started off as where they kept the criminally insane, as they were called back then. So now we have Z Ward, which I believe Amy's been to as well.
We've seen that on Amy's.
Yeah. So that's where the criminals went who had mental health issues after it was built, but before that they were kept here in the jail. So, and there's a cell block across there, and the bottom cells there where they were incarcerated.
So obviously we're here for ghost stuff.
Oh, wow.
We love the paranormal, and you spend a lot of time investigating the jail. Can you tell me about some of the stuff that happens in this area? Because I've heard it's quite active.
This one is. I think my most memorable experience here, I had two guys that came down from Queensland. Nothing was happening. The whole of jail, it was embarrassingly quiet for their investigations. So I brought them down here, and we were sitting on this bench just behind us here. Had all the equipment out, and I don't know, have you ever had heat stroke where your head goes a bit woozy? Not that it spins right around and you vomit or anything, but you just feel that head spin, that off balance, and we all got that. It was actually July, so it was cold. All my temperature gauges went completely off the planet. So the guys were getting really nervous about it all, and I said, don't worry guys, you know, we'll be fine. And then we also started to hear footsteps coming through this section here, which is actually a shower block. Now we can see the door, the only door into this place from back there, and nobody had come in. So it's like these shuffling footsteps that you can hear here. So it's like 1, 2, 3, then they would stop. The two guys were freaking out. I said, don't worry, I'll get my two-way and we'll get Michael, my husband, here. He's deeper in the jail doing history. So I got my two-way and went, Michael, can you just come down to the... And then there was no communication either because the two-way died halfway through the message. So now we had everything going off around us. We had footsteps going through this section here. And the two guys, my whole thing is to keep our guests safe. So if it being my team members, I would have gone, suck it up, sunshine, that's what we're here for. But if your guests are going to panic, you've got to be aware of that. And all I heard from the guests was, I think we have to leave now. And I had to get them out. And it's so frustrating for me because I don't know where it would have, I don't know what it would have done or what would have happened because we had to leave before it got to that end up here. So yeah, that would be my most memorable.
Well, hopefully we get something like that.
But we've had men grabbed. We've had men grabbed in here. My earliest thing we had here was one of my team members from my research team, and he had come down here to relax and meditate and see what happened. And he came back. He was shaking like a leaf because he said he had just gone into meditation when something grabbed him on the arm, bypassed his clothing completely. He could feel the fingers. He could feel the thumb around his upper arm, and it actually pulled across as well, which freaked him out. And he's not the only one. Well, he didn't know because we rang the manager the next day to report it, and she said, oh yeah, he'd be about the fifth one that's been pushed around in here. Awesome. So we do wonder if there's a very dominant energy, because in jails you had prisoners who were the top of the pecking order. Yeah. And if somebody comes in that looks like they're going to usurp that position, they probably would have pushed them around to make sure they knew where they were in that pecking order. And it makes us wonder whether that's what's happening.
I love that. Maybe this is a place for a Jared camp later.
Yes. I mean, Jared should go in the shower block. Yes. Yes.
I haven't showered today, so...
Oh, well, there you go. You can go in the one with the blood spatter in it.
Oh, lovely.
It's one of those too. And the crack.
Oh, gosh.
As if somebody's head's gone into the wall. Just saying.
Yeah, that's where we put Jared. The cell block out here, do you ever get any weird things happening?
Yeah, very much so. We do constantly see a figure over there. Especially if we're working in here, people will see it crossing through the archways of the cell block over there. The other good thing to try tonight would be to put all your equipment along the walkway to that cell block, because several times now we've had equipment and it's just gone off through there. So we put all our equipment over there, and I also put a music box just on this side of the yard here in the doorway. The music box, we were over there, the music box went off from in here, and about 10 seconds later the equipment went off in the walkway, and it was almost answering our questions with the lights. We were almost conversational with the equipment. And then suddenly the equipment stopped, the music box went off again, and we didn't get any more responses on that equipment. It's almost like whatever was in here came out, came over and talked to us, did what it did, came back, and came back into this building here. It was really weird.
That's awesome. I'm really excited for tonight, and I think that we should get into things.
Get into it.
Thank you, Alison.
That's all right. My pleasure.
Also, guys, I'm linking Alison's Haunted Horizons below. So if you want to visit the Old Adelaide Gaol for yourself, follow these guys on YouTube. You have your own channel, so go subscribe. And they're doing a lot of like really cool paranormal work, so go support. Alright guys, so let's get into the induction room and just have a look around. Like I know we just did the interview in here, but I do want to show you around because it does give me the heebie-jeebies a little bit. So I just think that there's something to do with like bathrooms and maybe, I don't know, like, you know how they say like water and the paranormal, I don't know, just throwing it out there, maybe that's what helps enhance activity in places like this. Also, I actually don't know if there's mirrors in here, but generally in a bathroom there is.
There's a urinal. I don't think it's clean enough for me to see my reflection.
Why don't you put the camera in over this?
Ooh. Yep, it's a toilet.
Yeah. You know why I wanted you to do that? Because we did that twice in Adelaide Lunatic Asylum, and both times we picked up noise that sounded like a person. One of them I heard audibly with my own ears, and you didn't, but you could hear it on the recording afterwards.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
And then I guess this is like bench space to get changed, get all your gear on.
Yeah, it's a change room for
Again,
sure.
like eerie. What?
Cockroach on the floor. Hello, little guy.
Look at his little ears. Now, Michael did show me this. There's like a poem up here etched on this wall. The shoe, tie shoes up before placing on the racks or else we'll kick your ass.
Yeah,
Or
that sounds...
ass. Yeah, so apparently a prisoner here wrote that, and that same prisoner went on to stay at another jail here in Adelaide, which is still operational today. It's known as Yatla, and he was murdered there. And I don't think to this day, this was like back in the 80s, to this day no one knows who did it, so it's like it remains like an unsolved crime. So just a little tidbit of info there. Alright, so now coming out into like the yard, if you look backwards, this is the building that we just walked out of, the Induction Centre. This looks like a big shed, but if we look up here, so this is the old cell block, and down here on the ground floor is where they kept the criminally insane pre-Z ward kind of days. So let's go into one of the cells and just get a feel for what it's like.
Oh my god.
Yeah, these are not homely. I think there's still a lot of graffiti here as well. And
So this is like all original?
Well, they do have a notice here and it's like, do not add any new graffiti. You know what I mean? So they're telling people not to graffiti because the stuff on here was from like the working days of the jail. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say for sure that, you know, no kid has been in here and done this, but I'm sure some of it is actually like legitimate graffiti. Now also down here, like just behind Jared, this is where they've seen figures a lot. So coming in throughout these kind of archways here. So very interesting. Also where like a lot of the equipment has kind of gone off. So maybe we should start reaching out here. What do you reckon, Jared?
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool, let's go get some stuff. Alright guys, so we're gonna get straight into investigating now. I'm currently like standing in the yard, but just behind us, this is the cell blocks. And this is the archway where people have claimed to see figures, right, walking down through here. So for that reason, we've set up the SLS camera and we're now recording on it, right? So we've also got a number of devices down here. K2, cat balls, REM pod. So it's going to be interesting if GhostTube SLS picks up any figures down there. It's using a mix of laser grid that it's emitting as well as multiple cameras to detect depth, and then it's scanning for things that are like human shapes. So I can demonstrate to you what will happen. If it sees something human shape, like me, I'm a human shape, it's going to map it. And we know right now it's not mapping anything, so it will be interesting if something comes into shot and we know that there's nothing there. Now I'm probably going to walk around and do a regular GhostTube session as well. These are the apps that Jared and I built. You can support us by downloading them for free below. So they're not like gimmicky ghost hunting apps either. They're actual legitimate paranormal investigation tools. So my name is Amy and I'm visiting tonight with Jared. We have been to the Adelaide Gaol before. I'm not sure you would remember us because we haven't really been to this area of the jail very much. But if there is somebody around and you would like to communicate or show us that you're here, because we would love to talk to anybody who's still here, all you need to do is go towards one of those balls, touch it, go towards one of those lights and touch it. And just looking back on this cell block is kind of eerie. Imagine if we saw a figure come past. Are you able to make a noise for us or show yourself? Can you throw something? Can you make a louder noise, please?
Heard that one.
There's definitely some faint
Is it coming from the
movement.
cells?
I'm not sure. You know what I might do? I'm gonna run a ghost tube session, so let's get that ready. Okie doke, so I just hit record on ghost tube. Let's head into that cell. Let's watch this. If there's anybody in this cell, can you give us a sign? To do that, all you need to do is walk towards me. Come towards the light in my hand. Maybe you want to make a noise. Maybe you want to touch one of us. It's fine.
Not me.
Touch me, touch him, not him. I feel like
Hang on, you're going footsteps. I swear I heard. I don't know if I caught it on camera. I'll have to review later.
I don't think I heard anything. I'm gonna note I've got an elevated pulse, but I have been like on edge all day. So my anxiety played up last night because I woke up at 3 AM to remember this time that I got hurt on a water slide like 10 years ago. And then I just got anxiety driving today, but it's just constant, you know. So let's get out of this cell. Yeah, I don't know why. It feels like I've been running around or something. Shall we, let's go in here. I kind of don't want to go in here, but I do. You know what I mean? Is there anyone in here?
Hot.
Oh, hot. Yeah,
It actually is hot in here.
it is. And that's relevant to the story Alison was telling us earlier. So Alison was telling us a story. She was in here with two guys in like June or July, she said, which is actually Australian winter, so it's cold. And their temperature gauges, their thermometers were reading like 50 degrees, like it was really hot in here.
Plus, it could be like an inmate being like, oh, she's hot.
Oh yeah.
Or me.
Probably you, not me. Alright, should I go in the shower?
Yep.
Okay. Whoa. There's a step there. Can you tell me where I am? Or turn the water on?
That's an expensive phone. Don't turn the water on.
I don't even know if these would be like, actual water would come out of here anymore.
There's something about bathrooms.
There is, isn't there? I do find it interesting it said hot.
Yeah.
Why do you make it hot in here? What does that mean? It's hot, isn't it?
Yeah, really hot.
I should have worn this. Right. What's in here? I actually didn't really look in here.
Soon.
Oh, soon. What's soon? What does that mean? What's gonna happen?
Shot.
Shot. Is that why you're in here?
You know what? The words soon and shot. Is this the room with that poem on the wall?
Yeah.
I think we pointed out earlier, but up there it says something like, if you don't tie up your shoe, then we'll kick your ass or something like that.
Yeah.
Or we'll kill you or something.
We'll kick your ass. Or something along those lines.
I don't know.
Can you see it in the night vision? Because I can barely read it with lights on.
We'll overlay the daytime bit.
Soon shot. Maybe it's like, yeah, you're planning to murder someone.
Like a threat.
It's kind of, I don't know, just like weird little coincidence things. And you know what, guys? I love to hear about your own experiences using GhostTube because I get so many comments, messages, you know, emails, even people reaching out and saying, hey, this happened when I was using GhostTube. Angel. Maybe they think I'm an angel. I'm not sure. Who's an angel? Like, there is a train going by, guys.
You can see the archway out there. I wonder if we're catching anything.
I hope so. I haven't heard or seen any of the devices go off. Can you tell me, is there somebody here with me right now? What do you think, Jared? Pretty spooky, huh?
Not a time, yeah.
Yeah.
Spooky, yeah.
Well, you're gonna have to do a Jared cam.
Where?
I'm gonna give you a choice.
We haven't done a Jared cam in a long time.
Yeah, but I want to go alone as well, so you have to do a Jared
So
cam.
splitting up.
Yeah, so I'm thinking either the cell over here, part of the criminally insane section, or you can go in the induction centre. Sorry, there's just like literally a plane flying over right there. Which one?
So, dingy, creepy cell or induction centre?
Yeah,
I'm gonna go to the induction centre. You can have the cell.
that's fine, because apparently men get grabbed in the induction centre.
Oh, really?
Don't you remember Alison saying that? I reckon the induction centre's way creepier.
Alright, we'll swap then.
Nah, you already said though.
Alright.
No takebacks. Alright, so Jared's just getting set up over here and we are splitting up. So I'm going to go and jump in a cell by myself and he is spending some time in the induction centre. You ready, Jared?
Yep.
Are you setting up SLS?
Yes.
Cool, I've got one rolling over there as well.
See ya.
Yeah. Let's go. I'll just flip around and I'll show you where I'm going, guys. This is my cell. Past the REM pod. And here we go.
Hi guys, so Amy has left me alone in the induction area and the male's bathrooms. I think. I just heard another noise in the shower room. I think. So anyway, Amy slept in the male bathrooms, and this is the room where we got the word hot on GhostTube earlier, and also where Alison was telling us a story where people have been overcome with a dizziness feeling, and at the same time her thermometers were going off the charts as well. So we've had some interesting stuff happening here. Now I thought that I was sending Amy to the scariest room because she's going into a cell, but it turns out men are also grabbed in here, so yeah.
Right, so looking out from the cell, I do have the REM pod, and then I've got the cat balls and K2 and stuff down there, and the SLS, so that will capture any figures that come down this way, or if any of these devices are interfered with or moved or anything, any of that good stuff. And yeah, we should know about it. I don't know whether... Oh gosh, I can actually shut this door somehow. Let's see. Okay. I can't fully close it because I've clamped my fingers. And it's a 360 view, what I've got to look at.
Because we got some words on GhostTube before, and we've got another GhostTube session. I think Amy also said I've got some cat balls in here too. So I've got some cat balls, so I'm going to leave one just here next to me. I'm going to also put one here. Actually, you can see it on that camera. Also put one here. And I might run a GhostTube session because we did get some cool stuff. So if there's somebody here that wants to talk to me, please take a seat next to me here in the change rooms. Either here, if you sit here, you can set off the proximity sensor. Like that. Or here, you can set off a light sensor.
My name is Amy, and I would love to talk to anyone who is in this cell. If there is someone in here with me, can you make a noise just to let me know that you're here? Can you touch me? Move one of those devices outside the door.
Murder.
Oh my god. Is that why you're here? Did you murder somebody? Is that your crime? What the fuck was that? That door is just started closing a bit. I have another device to film that with. This door. Sorry guys, this camera sucks because I'm just filming it on my phone, but this door just started rocking. And like swinging towards me. Can you close that door? Slam it shut.
In this moment, Jared is spooked by the door opening, so decides to open up GhostTube SLS on his iPhone and begin filming. Unfortunately, we're not able to assess this footage as something causes Jared's phone to completely shut off shortly after. You will see the instant this occurred caught on camera though. Do you think that a spirit could have been messing with our electronic devices? Leave us a comment below.
Be quiet. I'm not making any noise. This door is moving, I swear. Shut down. Hey. Hey. Oh, Jesus Christ, there's blood cockroach on the floor. Hate. What do you hate? Did you just shut down my phone? Did you just toy with that device I was holding? Was it you trying to close that door? Come sit next to me on the bench right now and prove to me that you're here and I'm talking to somebody.
Can you open this door for me? Open it back up. Can you go towards the red light on the other side of this door? Can you move my hair? Move my hand away. Can you move my hair? Can touch it. Grab it. I feel like my camera just made a really weird noise, like it clicked or something. So this is how dark it is, guys. I've just turned off my night shot just so that you can see. Okay, this is with my torch on, so you can see that I am in the cell. There's really nothing to look at. Alright, we'll go back to live vision now. Is there even anyone in this cell? I'd love to know. Give me a sign, please.
Alright guys, I've just moved onto the floor. This door has been creaking slightly. Almost on command. Can you come in here and try and close that door for me again? As soon as I put a camera on it, it stops. Can you move that door for me again? One more time, otherwise I'm leaving.
While I did not feel like I picked up a whole lot inside my own cell, I did capture what sounds almost like a voice or EVP as I began to pack up to go over and check on Jared. Take a listen and leave me a comment letting me know what you can hear. Let's go check on Jared. Just me. I can see him on the floor or something. He looks like Gollum. What the heck is he doing?
Hey.
Hey, how you going in here? Got anything?
Yeah.
I got nothing.
I had lots of stuff. This door, okay, so I got the word, I was talking to someone and I got the word murdered.
Okay.
And then they said, be quiet. I went through that room and my phone itself and turned off my other phone. And then it said hate. And then I come back in here and I was sitting here and I'm not sure if the camera might have picked it up, but this door.
What is that?
The door, the camera, the phone, the ball.
This door just like creaked a bit. I heard it on camera but I wasn't pointing at it. And now ever since I've had the camera on, it's just not been doing it anymore.
Weird. Yeah, I had nothing.
This cat ball was going off just before as well, and it could be me because
yeah, that's not you.
Off. And I got scared by a cockroach. Oh shit, there's cockroaches in the floor. Whoops. And actually this is still filming, I'm gonna stop it. Cat ball's gone. Damn it. I think I caught it. Oh, the other camera's rolling anyway.
Oh god. That's one of the scariest things I've seen tonight. Little spider in its hidey hole. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this episode. Please remember to check out my friends Adelaide's Haunted Horizons. Their links are all down below. But if you did enjoy this video, please remember to like, comment, share and subscribe. That really helps me out. If you want to read about the ghost stories of the old Adelaide Gaol in further depth, head to my website, AmysCrypt.com. You guys can follow me at AmysCrypt. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. I also post bonus content on my Patreon and YouTube members, which are linked below. But thank you so much for watching, Crypt Keepers. Until next time.